So today we are joined by Cheri Arvonio, who is Portfolio Director for Ocean Business, Aquaculture UK and Marilec. So a lot of things to be curating for. So please tell us more about it, Cheri.
Yeah, so I work on both Ocean Business, Aquaculture UK and Marilec, all exhibitions in the ocean science and technology industry. I predominantly look after all of the exhibitors and put a lot of the content and programs together for all of the events that I work on. Also manage the team that help run the event too, so marketing, operations, the design team. So we all work together. There is a huge team of us that work on all of our events. So yeah, that's kind of what I do.
So you always look quite fun. You always like you're having a good time when we see you at the shows.
Yeah,
it's always such a buzz going on, and we always see you going around speaking to everyone. So it looks like it's a lot of fun, not only to plan but also be at these events. Yeah,
definitely. I've kind of grown up in the event industry, so and in the ocean science sector. I've worked on both oceanology and ocean business. So I've grown up with a lot of the kind of exhibitors. Everyone just seems to stay in the industry, so I've known them all for 20 plus years now. So
nice.
So yeah,
just
no,
kind of away with your friends.
Yeah, exactly.
We were saying, like, well, we've only been in the industry for about 2.5 years now, but even us going to shows, I'm like, oh hi, like seeing everyone that you know, and it's really nice.
It's lovely, and especially having the 2-year break. Obviously, I'm not going to say the C buzzword, but not being able to go and do shows or go and see customers or just friends or suppliers. It was like that. This year has been one thing after another. So pretty much since Ocean Business in October 2021. It was October, wasn't it? Yeah. So since then, it's just been one thing after another, and it has been really nice.
It's been fun. Yeah. So you say you've been in the industry for 20 years. How did you get into doing this? How did you?
Yeah. So actually, I was 18. I didn't know what I wanted to do. My auntie dragged me to a temping agency and Office Angels, and yeah, they offered me a job doing data entry at Spearhead Exhibitions, who were running oceanology, DSCI, offshore Europe, some of the really large exhibitions in the event industry. And yeah, so I started off working for Versh Carter, who was the event director for the kind of owner of the business for Ocean Business. But yeah, so she was my first kind of real line manager at Spearhead Exhibitions, and just ended up on a 3-month contract, and she took me on for a bit longer, and yeah, just stayed ever since. Yeah, so yeah, I was working on oceanology, just got more inquisitive about everything, got in touch with like just the industry as a whole, and yeah, loved working on it, just admin wise really initially, and then actually getting to an event was just the icing on the cake, just to get there and actually see what it was all about. Just loved it. So yeah, it's just
that's interesting
how it all started.
You went straight into the ocean science side of things, because that's one thing, like obviously we haven't discussed our backgrounds and stuff. We weren't sure whether you'd gone into the event industry as like a formal kind of educational background, or whether it's something you came across and then went into the marine science ones, or whether it was, you know, the marine science background that would interest you. But that's interesting that it just happened to be oceanology, like the biggest one that we deal with, that you went straight into.
Super lucky, I think. Yeah, no, it was. So yeah, it was great.
Do you enjoy it? Is there weird things about the industry that you see and you're like, oh, that's really cool?
It's so cool. I think the best thing for me is being out at Ocean Business and seeing all the vehicles out on the quayside, like, and knowing that I've kind of put that program together and worked with all those companies to get that working, and being able to fulfill everyone's kind of requests and requirements. So yeah, no, I do love it.
It must be nice to be at the end of the show and like your baby's there and I'm like, look, I did this.
Yeah, especially with Ocean Business too, because you literally have to build it from the ground up. It's temporary structures, and you're working with a venue that don't, you know, they're not an event specific venue, so you're having to work with them too to make sure that they're all happy. And we've got an amazing relationship with the National Oceanography Centre, and love working with them, and just think it's the perfect place for the event. So
Yeah, I think it's the best place for it, and you can go and you see all the like robots and everything. And I know what you mean with you look out at the quayside and there's just all these little robots going here and there and just autonomously running around, and it's really cool.
Almost robot wars going on, especially when you get a car transporter coming in as well.
Oh yeah, of course. Has there been all the shows that you've been involved with? Has there been anything that's stuck out to you, even this year or just in previous years, that's like, wow, that's cool? Is there anything in particular?
I think just how quickly the technology is developing now.
Yeah.
I just think the industry has moved on so much over the last few years, and actually to get through the COVID times and all the exhibitors showcasing everything after not being able to, that was a real highlight. Just to be there and being able to provide that platform for them has been, it was such a challenging time to get there, but got there in the end.
So the last Ocean Business, that was the first one, wasn't it, after lockdown?
Yes.
Yeah. Because I remember it almost didn't happen, didn't it?
Yeah. About 6 weeks before, they were still saying, our event's going to be able to run. It was a bit squeaky bum time.
Absolutely awful. Sitting there waiting to find out. And it's completely out of your control as well.
Exactly. But it's just really important for us to just keep in touch with everyone and make sure the event was viable, and make sure the industry wanted to come along with us. And so we were lucky to get there, really lucky.
Yeah, it was really nice it being our first, like personally for Fob and I, really nice it to be our first one, because it's almost like a hometown show for RS Aqua, but it's nice we didn't have to go too far, and it was a nice kind of introduction to folk that we had emailed but maybe voice called but never actually met in real life, and all these folks started approaching the booth and oh hi, I speak to you on the phone, oh you're
And obviously the wine tour was great.
You
love the wine trail.
Right that day.
Everyone loves the wine trail. Literally, I could be out in the US at another show and they'll go, hey, this is the wine trail. Yeah, it's so fun. Everyone loves it.
That Spanish Rioja was lovely.
Do our best.
So out of the shows that you work on, I know you're not supposed to have a favourite, but which one do you think would be your favourite one to do?
Oh, it would have to be Ocean Business, because I've been involved since the start, So, but I obviously like getting to grips with aquaculture UK now too is, really excited to just get to learn a new industry, and hope it definitely feels like that kind of nice community feel as well. Yeah, it does. So we're looking forward to that, but Ocean Business would have to be,
Aquaculture's there's a very different vibe there. I think it was really fun.
Yeah,
but it's very different, sort of a lot more casual, I think.
Yeah.
Did you find that? Or
I think the industry, that it is more of a relaxed industry. I think because the ocean science and technology industry have had like oceanology, which is your kind of high profile brand awareness type event, in a permanent venue. That to compare the two, I think that is definitely a bit more formal.
Yeah.
And then you've got Ocean Business, which is a bit more relaxed, and then Aquaculture UK, it did feel more relaxed then. But there's still an industry, I think, that is still they're still learning, still growing. Yeah, really looking forward to being able to provide the platform for them to kind of raise awareness and learn more. So
aquaculture seems to be growing so fast at the moment, so definitely. I think that show's going to be
sure.
Yeah, it's got a lot of potential.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're excited to see where it leads.
Next
so
year.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
it next year?
2024.
Okay.
So 18th to the 20th. No, sorry, that's Ocean Business. 14th and 15th of May 2024.
I'll be there.
Unfortunately, I think I'll be left behind again.
Yeah. You get to go to Ocean Business though.
Yeah. Oh no, we'll all be there at Ocean Business. But aquaculture, I'm learning a bit more about the that side of the company now. So who knows? I might be up in Scotland.
Fingers crossed.
Is there something in particular that you've found interesting, you've learned from doing all these shows, either from a science perspective or planning or anything that? Is there anything that stuck out to you as think that's a really interesting bit of science I would not have known had I been not involved in planning marine science shows?
Well, I think just everything that goes on in the ocean in general. I just think the public have no idea. When you know, I talk to my friends and family about what I do as a job, and then start talking about kind of some of the stuff that's going on and about all the autonomous vehicles and what the capabilities are of them. And they're like, wow, like to know that there's people out in the ocean in submersibles right now with all this technology on it, and they're kind of trying to learn more about what's down deep. Like that's really cool. But yeah, I just don't think the public know enough, and also you know, getting more people into the industry as well. I think we're really trying to kind of elevate the kind of careers side of things with Ocean Careers, and trying to go to the universities a bit more to try and raise awareness of the industry and all the opportunities there are there. So yeah, I think it's just everything in general that's going on. I just don't think that the general public really know about what's going on.
We were saying earlier about how, where Ocean Business is held, I was a student there, and even when I never went to Ocean Business as a student, and I do think getting the students there, it's the best place for them to be, and you're constantly learning and you're meeting all the people in the industry, and yeah.
Definitely.
It was quite nice on the last day of Oceanology. We had a few students come to our booth to learn a bit more. I think maybe encouraging a bit more of that at the shows would be great. Certainly, obviously, I mean, Southampton, you've got Knock and the students there, but I mean, Portsmouth isn't far away. Bournemouth isn't far away.
Brighton, Sussex, there's none of them that far.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think maybe some work between the universities themselves to encourage their students to go to these shows.
Definitely.
I mean, you can't lead a horse to water and make it drink, but and students will do what they do. But obviously, I think a bit of encouragement, saying there are these shows around which will open some doors for you. If you go there, it'll open your eyes a bit. It would be great to introduce them a bit more. So hopefully, we might see some more.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, and it's great that the industry is so engaging with it. You know, I've worked on other shows as well that don't really like to see students coming around, so yeah, no, it's great that the industry is so engaged. But we have offered kind of shuttle buses as well to some universities to kind of offer that funding to get them to come in too, but the uptake for it just hasn't been as good as it used to be, so yeah, we'll be doing more to try and engage with them this time for sure.
Excellent.
So you say obviously you've worked in the Ocean Business sort of shows and stuff. Do you think that's you personally made you more aware of sort of climate change and the things that and going on, and like make you more aware of it, and you're more interested in that now? Or
yeah, obviously like really interested in it, and it helps also to kind of tailor our content towards stuff like that too, like our conference content. So
for sure,
yeah,
that's cool.
Excellent. Do you do beach cleans?
Do you know what, we do need to do one.
Yeah.
We went on our kind of company Star Awards Day last week, and there was loads of kids out on the beach in Brighton Beach doing beach clean. I was like, we need to go and do that. And also Emma Johnson at SMI.
Yeah.
They're obviously our partner on Ocean Business, so yeah, she's also mentioned doing one, so we'd love to do one with her and all of the members. So yeah,
we try to do them as much as possible, don't they? We normally have the best of intentions, and then various different things get in the way, but we're quite lucky. We've got the shoreline nearby, which happens to be right at the top of the harbour, so a lot of the stuff gets pushed up to here, so we can snap it off at the beach before it stays there too long. But
we've done quite a few, to be fair.
We have,
need to organise a new one.
We do. Now, a bit of a bigger question: if there was any event or show that you could plan or be a part of, doesn't matter what industry, what would be you know, your top of the tree? What would you want to plan if you had the opportunity?
So if it was an event like an exhibition and conference type stuff, I think I'd have to keep that to myself, because I could end up going off and launching it, or as a business, like launching it. But I've always wanted to be involved in Glastonbury. Like I just look at it and I just think that would just be so amazing to be there and be part of that that team. Yeah, and to be there, I just think that's just the pinnacle of music events, isn't it? Like,
it must be,
yeah,
Have you
it'd
been
be
to it
amazing.
before?
No, I haven't, so need to go. It's on the bucket list. Yeah,
it is amazing. I think Glastonbury as well, because it's still locally owned. It's such a friendly family festival, and there's like young kids there, babies there, and it's not even just about the lineup. Like there's so much going on. It's just like another world.
Yeah, and it just takes so much effort to organise, and that all coming together at that time for everyone just be amazing.
For sure. You look at the like if you watch a live show, say at like Reading and Leeds, you look at the crowd and all this mob of youths, mob of youths, like a novel still. But then you look at the crowds in Glastonbury, and you're absolutely right. It is like adult, like families and younger people and older people all having a great time. And I think one day
it's memories, isn't it? It's making memories with everyone. I just think that's amazing.
Yeah, it's good. Nice. You should go.
It's on the list.
Trying to get tickets is an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. I have tried.
They're like gold dust, honestly. Yeah. So we've got a few funner, more light-hearted questions that we'll go through. So one of them is, if you were stranded on a desert, is it a desert?
Desert island.
Desert island. What would be your go-to meal? You've got one thing that you could eat for the rest of your life.
So I'm Italian, so it'd have to be like bolognese.
Yeah, good choice.
I'll rate that highly.
What would yours be?
Probably souvlaki.
Okay.
Pizza. I love Italian food, but Greek food is my absolute favourite, and I've just come back from Greece, so it's still fresh in my mind.
Dreaming about it.
I brought the spices back as well to make it myself. So
where did you go?
Crete.
Oh, lush.
It's
so nice.
I used to work there during the summers, so it's nice to go back there after a few years.
I did a summer season in Kos back in the day, so I love Greek islands.
What were you working on? Like events
just in bars and stuff.
Nice.
So no, it was fun.
I always wanted to do like a summer season. Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
So the next one is, do you have a favourite place or maybe a beach in the UK, and can you tell us why?
Oh, it's going to have to be Hastings Beach. That's where I'm from.
Are you from Hastings?
Yeah. So yeah. I didn't appreciate it when I was growing up and kind of there. I just don't think you do when you're growing up in those surroundings. But I recently just moved back, a year and a half, 2 years ago. And it would have to be there. Just love the feel. Like there's a really nice vibe down in St Leonard's as well, which is just along the way. So it's a really nice beach. It's very cool. Yeah,
we went to Hastings on, what was it we went for?
It was the Ocean Symposium.
Yeah, so like a help our kelp thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, was it before? It was just before or just after Ocean Business?
Yeah, it was just before Ocean Business actually, but we loved it. We
being there.
Yeah, Hastings was great.
It reminded me a lot of Southsea.
Yeah, it's very much like Brighton as well.
Yeah, did you go down into the old town part of it, where all the fishermen huts were and?
No. I don't know.
I think our hotel was just by the pier, I think.
Yeah, it's just along from the pier.
Was it opposite?
Yes.
So White Rock Hotel?
It was, yeah.
It was the White Rock Hotel. I got quite jealous because I saw people out there surfing. I was like, actually, I wish I brought the board along.
But we both said we should go down there for a weekend or something because it was really nice.
Yeah, it is cool. Yeah, no, the old town part of it is the best bit. You go down there on a Saturday afternoon, it's just buzzing, like bar hop as well. Yeah, it's good fun.
I think we might have actually, because we ended up in a bar where there was live music going on.
I think
there was lots of different places.
Yeah, we found a cracking burger place, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
It was a brewery or a tap. No, it was a tap room with food in it.
If there's beer and burgers, we were there.
Brewing Brothers? No. Beer, half man, half burger. Burgers.
It might have.
You go in and the bar's long and on the left, and then there's a few seats on the right, and then there's an upstairs bit as well. I can't remember. It was on a square, wasn't it? It wasn't on a...
It wasn't far from our hotel.
No.
It was on the corner somewhere. I don't know.
I can't remember. It was good. But the burger was probably one of the best I've ever had.
Wow.
It was phenomenal.
We'll find out what it is.
Yeah, I need to know what this is.
And then our last question. If you were to have dinner with one famous person, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh, I think it'd have to be Dave Grohl.
Oh, great shout.
Yeah. Excellent. I just think he's amazing.
I love that man.
Yeah.
Did you
I'm just reading his book at the moment. Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, really good. I went out to a festival in Belgium and he was performing with them Crooked Vultures. And then Pearl Jam was headlining as well that night, and so Dave then came out and was performing with Pearl Jam. It was an absolute I
was supposed to see them.
It was epic.
5 days ago. Obviously since Taylor Hawkins passed away, they cancelled the gig.
Yeah.
Like, I saw them. I was supposed to see him in 2015, but then he broke his leg falling off the stage, and they cancelled that.
I saw him on that tour because they made like a throne thing that he came out on the stage and he came out with his leg like this. It was brilliant. But did you see that he came on stage at Glastonbury with Paul McCartney?
I haven't watched it yet. Everyone was saying to me, "Oh, did you see it?" I was like, "I've recorded it. I haven't watched it yet."
That'd be so good.
I'm still holding out for a second album from Then Crooked Vultures.
Yeah,
I really hope that happens one day.
That was ace.
Oh, brilliant. Cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Cheri. It's been lovely to have you, and obviously it's great to see you a little bit before MMF, which is tomorrow.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about MMF.
I know.
It's
great to see it back. Excited to go.
Definitely.
Got a great lineup.
And we hope we didn't put you on the spot too much with the questions as well.
It's fine.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
It's good fun. Thanks ever so much, you too.
Cheers.